Today we are taking a look at a microbrand that chances are isn't even on your radar, yet it should be. This is Santurce Collection, a watch company born in Puerto Rico, built on passion and powered by community. Founded by husband and wife team Jose and Anita Salas, when asked to tell me a bit about the brand, Jose didn't blurt out a bunch of specs, mention movements, or try to gloat about quality. In fact, at first, he barely mentioned the watch at all. Instead, he spoke about community, friendship, and the shared love of collecting. He shared the story of Santurce and how once it was considered, and I quote, the Manhattan of the Caribbean, a place that had seen its share of ups and downs, but today is a thriving community filled with historic dive bars, restaurants, and cultural landmarks. A place that offers an incredible range of experiences no matter the budget, from a $2 beer to a $25 award-winning cocktail. He spoke of how the brand came to be, telling me Santurce Collection didn't exactly start out as a brand. It began more as a saying, a fun term amongst the watch community, a reference to a great find at a great price. A Seiko turtle for $150, hashtag Santurce Collection. He spoke of the company's philosophy, one he called simple, stating, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. Fun, quality watches at great prices backed by the highest level of customer service we can provide. And while I understand what he was getting at, if that is truly what they were going for, I'm going to just say it, they have missed the mark by a long shot. Because fun is the last word on planet Earth I would use to describe the watches we are looking at today. These watches are far too badass to be labeled fun. Just take a look at, and by the way, I'm sure I'm going to butcher the names a little bit, but it is not from a lack of trying, so bear with me. The Picua. When asked to describe the design, Jose told me the Picua was inspired by one of his all-time favorite watches, the 1970s Blancpain Barracuda, a tribute, a way to honor that iconic design while bringing it into the modern era and enhancing its tool watch functionality. Jose stated that, and I quote, if the Barracuda were released today, I believe it would be more like the Picua than anything else. We embraced the fun aspect of a basically unattainable watch while emphasizing its original purpose of being the ultimate tool watch. Well, there goes the word fun again. And in fact, I know that Santurce Collection cannot take me up on this, but I am just going to heavily suggest to them that every time they think about using the word fun, they should just replace it with the phrase badass, because that is exactly what they bring to the table. Powered by the Sellita SW200-1B, and by the way, that B indicates that Santurce Collection went the extra mile. A no-date watch with a true no-date movement. Meaning no ghosting. Unscrew the crown and pull it out and you get one position used for setting the time. With 300 meters of water resistance, every single thing about these watches scream legit tool watch. And while they feel like a tank built for battle, take a closer look and the details will surprise you. The case, 39mm. Brushed finished on the Picua, sandblasted on the Tivaron. Both have been notched at the 3 o'clock position, allowing the crown a perfect place to seat. Designed to be paired with a NATO strap, the case has also been notched between the lugs, showing once again their attention to detail. 120-click unidirectional bezel with a steel DLC-coated insert. Just take a listen. Okay, so excuse the audio. I just wanted to pop in here real quick and let you hear this bezel. $120 and the crazy thing is that there's next to no play. This thing is unbelievably solid. At first glance, hands down, the Picua is absolutely my favorite between the two, but peer through the double-sided AR-coated sapphire crystal at that radial sunburst dial, and the Tivaron will have you mesmerized. Jose shared with me that to Santurce Collection, transparency is key. And instead of shying away from the fact that the designs are inspired by pieces from the past, he leans into it, telling me we take our favorite elements of our grails and make them accessible to the casual collector, pointing out the incredibly cool sword hands on the Tivaron he says was inspired by the Seamasters of the 1970s. In closing, he tells me at the end of the day, Santurce Collection is more than a watch brand. It is a reflection of where we come from and what we value: authenticity, craftsmanship, and community. Every detail is intentional, down to the names of our watches appearing in Spanish on the dials. A love letter to our roots. A love letter to our roots. Now, that is poetic, and that is how you tell a story. For anyone who regularly watches my reviews, I am sure that you have noticed that I did this one a little bit different, in the sense that I chose to share this one from the perspective of the brand. And I want to tell you a little bit why I chose to do that. To me, collecting is all about the story. And with Santurce Collection just now turning a year old, their story is just beginning. So I thought it was best we hear it from them. Me personally, I don't have a dog in the fight. So when I say what I'm about to say, there is nothing in it for me. It is only my opinion and nothing more. The quality of these watches are as good, if not better, than any watch I have ever seen in this price range. They sell for $950, and I can tell you this, there is zero doubt in my mind, if you remove the name from the dial and replaced it with a name like Tudor, people would pay $3,000 or $4,000 for a watch like this, and I'm telling you right now, they would feel like they got a deal. There are a few things that I would personally change, like I would swap out the NATO for one of the new Velcro straps that are extremely popular right now, and I would also dumb down the design of the diver on the case back. I think it's just a little bit too detailed for laser engraving. But honestly, that is about it. With that said, I do want to say when I first saw these watches, my opinion was the name on the dial was going to be their biggest hurdle, because it turns them into what I call an identity brand, meaning that someone would have to have a connection or feel like they have a connection to Santurce to really want to buy this watch. But that was until I heard their story. I mean, a love letter to our roots? Come on. So tell me, which one is your favorite? The Picua, aka the Barracuda, or the Tivaron, aka the Shark? Let me know in the comments. If you would like to check out Santurce Collection, I will leave a link in the description. Hit them up on the gram and tell them Blue Collar Luxe sent you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'm James. This is Blue Collar Luxe, and I will see you in the next one.